Hi everyone, welcome back to another edition of Previews. We of course are at another theater with another cast and with another play. So we're going to have them do just like we've done before. They introduce themselves, they tell what they're doing. Well, first of all, you tell what the name of the play is. Obviously, the first person is going to do that. Tell what theater and what you're doing in this particular production. So we're going to start down here.
Okay. Hi, I'm Laura Bess. I am the director of Elephant and Piggie. We're in a play here at Riley Little Theater.
Hello, my name is Bryn. I am Piggie in Elephant and Piggies. We are in a play with Riley Little Theater.
And my name is Ryan Vasconcelos. I'm playing Elephant Gerald in The Same.
Okay, we will start on the far end because she can't sit with me the whole time. She's got to go. No, they're still in production, in rehearsals for the production. So, got stuff to do. You doing this? Well, no. First, is this your first time directing?
It is not my first time directing. It
Okay.
is my first time directing a full-fledged production here for RLT.
Okay.
I co-directed a production of As You Like It on the amphitheater again,
Mhm.
but that was with Bear Theater in concert with RLT a
Okay.
few years back.
2 years back. Okay.
Yeah.
So, was it your choice to want this done here, or did Patrick come to you with the idea?
Patrick came to me. This is one of the pandemic stories, in that this was supposed to be done almost 2 years ago now,
Mhm.
and Patrick was originally supposed to direct it, and then wasn't able to because of all of the changing of the schedules around. When they finally now we can do it, and so he sent the script to me, and I thought it was absolutely adorable and so much fun, and jumped at the chance to be a part of it. Yeah.
Okay. So how is it going? Do you think everything is going the way you originally planned for it to go?
I think it's going better.
Okay.
That's my favorite part of theater, is the collaborative nature of it.
Mhm.
So I came in with some really big ideas that I think may have scared some people, that I was very excited about. But the best part about it was getting my creative team together and talking to them about it, and then we all got excited about it, and they brought their own ideas. It was the same thing when the cast came in, of them bringing their own. I actually, because I cast it so well, had very little work to do as far as acting work, because they're just doing it already. They're just bringing their own personality and their choices, and they're very, very funny, and I can't wait for people to see it.
Do you think would you have preferred a bigger cast, a play with a bigger cast, or are you happy with what you? Well, I know you're happy with it, but do you prefer? Let me ask that.
I think this cast is a great size for me personally as a director. I've directed bigger casts, but I like having more one-on-one time with each of the cast members, and that's harder to do in a bigger production. We could have had a smaller cast in several of the other productions. They double cast a couple of the characters, and we decided to no, let's make it 7. So, and 7's a lucky number. I like it.
So this is this being done inside or outside?
Outside on the amphitheater.
It's being done outside of the amphitheater. With your experience with directing and stuff, do you like outside?
I love it, and I have a long history with that amphitheater because I grew up taking classes here and doing theater here. And so as a teenager, I was running around out on the amphitheater with swords doing Shakespeare. So I know it very, very well. And I really enjoy working out there. The stage is so big, there's so much space to play and build things and let your imagination go wild versus a smaller space. So I think the bigness and the outdoorness is really what's helping us play as much as we can with this script.
With that, staying on that, let me go to the cast. Do you think that there are limitations with being outside as opposed to inside?
No,
Okay.
I don't. I enjoy it. It's hot, but I enjoy it.
Okay, so it's hot out there, but what do you think about that?
I think kind of both, because I really enjoy like lighting aspects, stuff that we're not gonna be able to do outside, because we're doing it in the middle of the day outside.
Mm-hmm.
And I really love those because they help me get, mood and all that. It's fun. But this is my first show outside, so it's actually been very cool. Like a lot better than I expected.
Okay.
It's very good.
Okay. Well, let me ask you. Is this the smallest cast you've ever worked with?
Yes.
Okay. So, kind of sounds sort of like what I asked her. Do you prefer a bigger cast or a smaller cast?
I think that there are pros and cons. From the theater that I come to, it's kind of a lot of the same people every single time, so you already know everybody. So coming into a completely different environment, it was really easy to just get to become friends with everybody and know everybody on like a personal level when you only had 6 other people to get to know instead of like 20 other people. So I think that in like the situation of coming into a new theater, it was really nice to just have a small cast. But like, I don't know, like bigger cast makes like a louder sound usually. So like I think that there are like pros and cons, but I've really enjoyed it. So.
Well, let me ask you. You said coming into a new theater. Where were you used to doing theater? Where were you accustomed to doing theater?
Mainly Raleigh Area Children's Theater, but I've done some things with Theater Raleigh. Like there's summer camps that are like mainly for kids, and then I did a Christmas Carol with Theater in the Park, but that was when I was like 11 years old, so I don't really count that.
Right. Okay. Let me ask this, and I know you're not supposed to do this. This is a taboo thing. Your age.
18.
And your age.
I'm 24.
You sure?
I get asked that a lot.
Because I was about to say, what school do you go to? Okay, then. All right. So, without giving everything away, whoever wants to talk first. Usually I call on someone, but someone tell me about the story of, not this. Give me a brief synopsis of what this play is. And everybody looked at you.
A brief synopsis of what this play is. So this play is based off of the Mo Willems children's series books about Elephant and Piggie. And he took several of the books and kind of condensed them all together to make it into a play. So as far as like plot, it's not like, there's not like a mystery that we're trying to solve or anything. It's really watching these two best friends go through a day together, not knowing how it's going to end up. And there's a couple of conflicts along the way, and there's a party along the way, and it's just watching them figure it all out in their kind of innocence and joy and beauty that these two characters are. So I don't know if that quite answered your question, but yeah.
That's enough. If they want to know more, they have to come see it.
Yes.
We're good otherwise. Okay, so are y'all familiar with these things that are hung up? So whose costume is that one?
That's mine.
Okay, that's
Piggie's.
Piggie's. There was a P on it, one. It's Piggie. Okay. Tell us a little bit about Piggie.
Oh, Piggie is very spontaneous. She loves Gerald, and like she can't do anything almost without him. Like codependent, and he's a bit of a planner, and it irritates her because she just wants to live in the moment. She just wants to have fun and play and see what happens in the day. She's got a very sweet heart and is probably the innocent one out of the two of us.
I guess.
I'm gonna say yes, she is. So like, I don't know. They just Elephant and Piggie really balance out each other. Like
She's the optimist one.
Yes.
Definitely.
Okay, well, it sounds like if she doesn't want to plan her day, yes, she is the optimistic one. She's just like, let the day happen. It'll all be good.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very optimistic, especially nowadays. Okay, so just my ears are going with those ears, and that's yours, I presume.
Oh yeah, yes.
Okay,
On
so
my ear lapel.
tell us about Le Fond. That's French for elephant.
Thank
Patrick,
God.
I
You're
didn't know
be
that.
in the show.
There's a line very similar to that in the show.
Oh wow, really? Oh.
Except it's German.
Le Fond. Okay.
But yeah, no, Elephant is he's an anxious mess, who is also just loves Piggie, and yes, they balance each other out very well in terms of kind of, I guess,
Kind of.
I mean like Eeyore-esque of like
Eeyore-esque.
Eeyore-esque.
you know?
Yes.
Wow. I don't know about just down all the time, but anxious and needs to know how things are happening, but will do anything for Piggy and make sure she is not sad or anything. We'll do anything for her.
So you said those are the only two characters in this.
No. There is a pack of the squirrels. There's 3 squirrels. That's what that costume is.
Okay.
They are squirrels in a singing group.
Oh.
And then there's Dog and Penguin, and they do lots of things throughout the course of
Okay.
the play.
Okay. So, how many cast total? How many?
7.
Oh, this is the 7. Okay. I don't know why I thought this was 2. Patrick, I guess because I got 2 people in front of me. Okay, whatever.
Their names are in the title.
Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. There you go. Thank you. Help me along here. The names are in the title. It's called Elephant and Piggie. So that's why. So your rehearsal schedule with being out. Have you guys been rehearsing outside? Okay.
Yes.
You mentioned the hot and everything. What is a typical rehearsal day outside with noise and people around, and how is that? And does she have to yell for you to hear her?
I've never heard her yell. Ever. I think that it's Saturdays are, I find, the hottest, but like the least noisy. Last night Sarah or something was having like a party up on the street, and there were like 20 people just chanting her name. Like, go Sarah!
I was gonna say, how do you know her name was Sarah? But
They were chanting.
Yeah, but they were going, and it was
Sarah was doing a keg stand somewhere.
And Sarah
Somewhere.
better come see this show.
So you hear, and like NC State's close, and it's like you hear noises sometimes, but I've not noticed it to be like anything like extremely annoying or distracting. Like Saturdays are really hot, but other than that, we're doing great.
But it cools down at night. It's not bad.
Yeah.
okay, so let me ask you, how many shows have you done as an actor that you can think of? How many years? Let's put it that way.
I started acting in 2014, my senior year of high school, and have just kind of continued since then. Did a lot of shows at NC State, a lot,
Okay.
as the majority of my experience, and have gone to like Meredith and now here. Yes.
Okay, and same question for you.
I don't know how many shows I've done, but I've done theater for, in December it will be 12 years.
Oh.
So I started when I was like 6 years old.
Yeah, you see both of our, we got lines up here like, wait, what? You've been in it longer than I have, and I'm a little bit older than you. Wow. Okay. Let me ask, being outside and being up there, and I'm assuming you're not mic'd. Is
They
that-
will be. For rehearsals, they're not mic'd.
Okay.
For the show, they will be mic'd. Yeah.
Okay, you will be mic'd for the show. Well, even with that, do you still think you have to do more to be heard when you're when you're outdoors? More projection or talking louder?
I mean, I personally, like, not too much just because I'm used to projecting on stage anyway.
Mhm.
I don't think it's, like, too much of a difference. Just as long as you're projecting well and filling the space, you'll do it.
They sound pretty good even without the mics, I gotta say. They're pretty, you can hear them pretty well. I haven't gone too far back in the audience. I'm usually in like the first 3 rows. But, yeah.
Is there conflict in this production and the script?
Yes. Is it serious conflict? To them, it's very serious.
Right.
Yes. They're best friends, so they have to have a moment where the friendship gets tested.
Okay.
Without revealing too much.
In the planning process, was it always going to be outside, or was there ever a time when it was?
It was always going to be outside. Yeah.
Patrick says, yeah, it was always going to be outside. I don't, and you know what? He's on the side. I'll pull him over here, but I'm not right now. Maybe if she can answer all of it, then. Do you know what the decision was to not do it on the inside?
I don't know originally, but I know that now because of COVID times and because it's going to be all children, mostly children coming to go see it. Grown-ups are going to enjoy it too. Grown-ups, come on out. Because most of them will be children under the age of 12 who haven't been able to be vaccinated yet. The outdoor space gives us plenty of room to spread everybody out and be as safe as possible.
Okay, so the more or less your target audience is young people.
Yes, these books are very, very popular with the young people. I had never read them before until I got the script, and I was talking to my sister about it, and she has a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old, and I was like, it's something called Elephant and Piggie, and she goes, oh, we love those books. My entire family, all of my sister and all of my step-siblings are all bringing their children. They're all going to be here for the first show, sitting, maybe not in the front row, somewhere in the amphitheater with the kids. Very excited to see
So this
it.
is an Animal Farm by any.
No.
So this is an Animal Farm, y'all. It won't be like that. So don't compare. I know you're hearing, okay.
Farm animals. This
Farm
is
animals,
light
but-
and joy is what this is.
Do you? Oh God, I want to ask that, but I do want to ask that, so I'm going to ask that. Do you act like your characters would act in real life?
Oh.
How similar are they to their?
Yes, actually, we got told on day one that you guys like their
very-
relationship or something because we were doing these team bonding exercises and we had to like put our hands together and like lean in, like almost like a push up into each other and then push back. And then she wanted us to like turn around. I don't remember, but all I know is that he wanted to do it the safe way, and I was like, "That's so dumb." Like it was not the best way. I was trying to like ricochet off him and like catch each other, and so we got in an actual argument about it, and then everyone was just watching us. So I don't know, like one on like, maybe I kind of do.
I thought she was going to sing for us.
Oh no, I'm not gonna do that. But I don't know if I'm spontaneous. Actually, I really like planning my day. I get anxiety if my day's not planned out well, or like if plans change. But Piggie is very determined to get what she wants, and I'm also like that. So like I relate to Piggie in some ways, but not all.
And
I mean, I can relate to Elephant Gerald. He's going through life and trying his best. But no, yeah, I think so.
well, it's something y'all just did. Okay, so you're Elephant Gerald. Like, are you Piggy somebody? Or
Oh my gosh, we
No.
talked about this. No,
Don't know why. You have to
It's
ask
so
Mo
sad.
Willems. The elephant gets a name. The piggy does not get a name.
It's Piggy Piper if you really want to know. But never do I get called Piggy Piper.
Wow. And you don't have another. Piper's like a last name, not a first name. It's not Piggy, Peggy, Piggy, Paula.
Piggy Piper.
Piggy Piper.
Yeah, because I'm like, why do I keep hearing Elephant Gerald? Like, it's like,
He gets called that a lot in the show. It's never just Elephant or Gerald. It's Elephant Gerald, you're adorable. Yeah.
okay, yeah, but no. I guess I understand it, but no, I really don't. Not at all. I'm like, what? Okay. So tell me, when does this?
Oh no, I named her that.
Oh, you named her that.
Oh, you gave Piggy a last name.
Did
Yeah, it's not actually Piggy Piper. All of those 5-year-olds or however old you gotta read the book and just be like, that's not her name. I don't know her name because I didn't. Oh my gosh, I didn't read the books either. But I was really upset that it's just Piggie. So I think I was with one of our cast members, and I was just like, it's gonna be Piggie Piper. Like, no
So,
one else
you know
would
what, with
know
that being said, because I know what you did there, did you guys do an analysis of your character? Of your characters? Or you just was like, no, give me, look, the director's looking at you now. Or did you just pull it up and say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna learn these lines and I'm gonna go on?
Okay.
What do we mean by analysis?
Yeah,
Let's be
yeah,
specific.
he's Elephant Gerald. Did you do a backstory for Elephant Gerald?
I mean, not exactly, because his things kind of exist within books. And, I mean, I've looked up the books and at least know exactly how like Elephant exists, and based on the script and everything, I have made my own like character choices about him. But
So yeah, so in
So,
other words,
yeah.
the answer is
So,
yeah.
like,
The answer is yeah.
Okay.
And you?
Before
Before you say no, the answer is yeah because you named your pig. So, but go ahead, continue.
Usually I have a journal, like I should bring them, but like I have a journal for each show, like I journal about the character, like 50 plus pages, but I didn't do that for this show. And I just noticed, like I started to get a journal into it, but like we had already been started the rehearsal process, and I found it a lot more fun to just play and like discover Piggie than like feel like I have to sit in front of my book and like think about Piggie's decisions, because like I said, that it's just not like her. And so I feel like I know a lot about Piggie, but I don't have it like written out or like I usually would. But
Do you think that that's something, now that you've done it different than you have in the past, you think that's something you'll start to do with other plays, or that's just for this one?
I think it depends. If I ever play another like character similar to this, then I know now that I find it easier and a lot more fun to just be spontaneous with it. Like I feel like every night, like no matter, we've done, goodness gracious, these scenes more times than I could probably tell you. And every time I feel like I find something different in this scene that I either am like, no, I like it better how I did last time, or like, no, I liked that better. So I just find it easier to like play around with it. But if I get another like role like Piggie, then I will not get a journal for her. But if I get a serious role who I think would probably sit down at her in her bed for hours on end and write, then yeah.
And you was right. Okay. Interesting. Have you been on the stage as an actor?
Yes.
Okay. Which do you prefer?
That is a very hard question.
Good. And I'm doing my job. Okay, go
What
ahead.
I'm doing at the time. I think I'm always going to be a performer. Like, you know, getting up on stage in front of people is that feeling of like flying. And you just can't get it anywhere else.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that's definitely a huge part of who I am. But directing and especially if it's a show like this where I got the script and it was like, oh, I'm so excited about all the fun we're gonna have, then that's also one of the best feelings in the world. So I don't know that I could choose. Don't make me choose. Don't make me give one up. I need them both.
You gotta have them. Have you ever directed a director?
Have I ever directed a director?
Because obviously, if you are still on stage, then someone would have to direct you, and you're a director. So have you ever done that?
Like I directed Heather Strickland.
Yeah, she's a director.
She's a director, so yes, I have directed directors.
Okay.
Right?
Do you
Rebecca
find-
Blue, she's a director. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And this is just for people watching. Do you find that more challenging, and does it like unnerve you? You know, are you like, oh gosh, I got to direct another director?
No, not with those, not with any of the people. I tend to cast very well. I tend to keep good people around me. I try to keep good people around me. So anytime that I've had someone in my cast who is a director, they're always on board and excited to play. And if they have ideas, they know they can come to tell me because it is a collaborative process. So I've been lucky in that I've never worked with a diva. So I've been very lucky in that capacity.
And honestly, that's basically why I asked that. I just want people to know. So you were saying this one was a collaborative effort as well. Did these guys bring ideas to you that you knew nothing about, or you hadn't thought about before in the collaboration?
Absolutely, but they just get up on stage and do it, and I laugh at it. And I say, yes, keep that. Keep going in that direction. Absolutely, every day. Every day I look over and I'm like, what are they doing? That is amazing. Do more.
I'm gonna tell you what I really would have loved to see was the hand thing between the two of y'all. I'm just, okay. With what she just said about the laughter, it made me think of something. Do you think you'd ever want to do film? Either. Whoever opens their mouth first to talk.
Yeah. I actually have some training in that department. I've never like booked something in that department, but like it's so different, and so I can't really answer like if I do it, then my answer might change if I don't like it. But I don't see why I wouldn't like it because it's doing what I love in just a different way.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Do you think you don't get audience response with film, and so do you think that would change how you perform as an actor?
Yes, I think that nothing will beat musical theater, like my love for it personally, but it's also different. Like it'd be really fun to get to watch yourself super duper close up, because even though we were just talking about this, I don't think that we were recording yet, but we were talking about how in musical theater, usually it's a random camera 100 rows back in the house just recording it, and that's your cast recording. So it'd be really fun to get your every facial reaction, have that forever. Even if you're self-conscious of it, you can be oh look, I was in this. That would be a cool aspect, but I definitely would miss the energy between us and the audience.
Okay. I asked that just for that type of response, because I know there are some people I know who prefer the film over live theater, and I need that. I need to know that my silliness is bringing laughter. Elephant ain't got no pants. What are you wearing?
Don't worry about that.
Yes, okay.
It is
I
one of
think
those
you
type
do it
shows.
right now.
The great thing about the costume on top of the ears is that there's going to be ruching at the sleeves and at the bottom of his pants, so it's got that elephantine look to it. So I'm sure they're still working on it, and that's why the pants are.
Okay. Now you kind of answered it before, but I actually got more to it. Do you ever act like an elephant? Do you ever act like a pig?
Ooh.
It's an elephant.
Do we mean a stereotypical that's an elephant, they're large and slow moving?
Anything, if I sat and watched it and I didn't hear someone say Elephant Gerald, that's what they say with elephants, Elephant Gerald. Would I be able to look at you and say that character is an elephant? Would I be able to look at her and say that character is a pig?
Definitely one time you can definitely tell him an elephant. A few times, definitely.
What besides you being an anxious mess? Okay. What about little Piggie?
I think by the end of the show you'd probably be able to tell, but I don't think I snore when I laugh. So I do little things like that, but I was just thinking about that if you didn't know that it was Elephant and Piggie, I feel like you'd be able to pick up on it just because of costumes and things like that that help bring the character to life. You'd probably be able to figure it out, but I don't look at our height difference now. There are just things like that where I don't know that people would instantly be that's a pig. I'm 5'11".
I'm not.
You said I'm not. I am not.
He's 5'3".
I'm 5'5". Thank you very much.
So am I. I'm 5'5" as well.
We actually, without asking, I think we just got a dose of Elephant and Piggie just now. And look, she's sitting there looking at him like, you are 5'3".
He is.
Do you have my driver's license?
No, but I've seen it.
This is one of my favorite things in casting them, though, was going against the size expectations. I saw them together in the auditions, and their energy together was so good. And I just loved that it was reversing and subverting those size expectations. Because in the book, he's he's a big elephant and she's a tiny little piglet. So I liked that we were reversing those expectations. I think we do that a couple of times throughout the course of the show where we're just reversing the expectations. The same thing with dog and penguin. Our dog is very tiny, our penguin's very tall. Just a couple of little areas where we can revert those sorts of expectations. And yeah.
Okay, I was going to say, just the chemistry between these two, I'm not even thinking about the height thing, except for the fact that y'all are arguing about it. But other than that, I see Elephant and Piggy, because you are trying to be all put together and you're still a mess, and she's just like, no. And she's like, no, that's not. So, yes, y'all definitely have to come see this because it's an elegant mess. And I think they're doing a great job. You know, when I'm going to tell it, when we first started, you were sitting there like, you gave me this look like, I'm not answering anything, I don't want to talk to you. But I was like, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get her to just, blah. And you did, especially when you start talking about doing all this, you just went wild. Okay, my job. Thank me.
I don't know if that's a compliment.
It is.
Okay.
People think with these interviews that you have to be reserved. I want to show I want to show people in theater in 3 dimensions. Because people think after we get off the stage and we leave theater, we just vanish into thin air. We're not real people.
Right.
We don't do real things in life. And so I just wanted us to be real how we are. So I definitely appreciate you guys doing that. Being real. Are you gonna have nails like that? Oh, that's Piggy.
No, I'm getting them pink next week.
Anything on you gonna be gray?
My nails. Gonna be great.
We got told our colors.
Yeah.
So everybody's painting their nails?
I didn't even know this.
The costume designer.
Sure, everybody's painting their nails. I'll paint mine.
Squirrels are gold, dogs brown, penguins black, maybe?
Yes.
Like everybody got a color.
Yeah, something you learned in an interview, right? Like, oh wow.
I'm telling you, my creative team, they're geniuses. Every time I talk to them, I'm like, well, that idea is brilliant. Let's bring more of that in, please.
Yes. Well, here at RLT, you were supposed to be gone in 15 minutes ago.
I know.
But I appreciate you staying for it. I really
fun.
do.
I can't
Yes,
tear myself away.
I really do appreciate it. You guys have to come see this. Tell us the dates and when does it start?
Opens October 23rd at 1 p.m.
Okay.
It's a Saturday.
Okay, so what days of the week is it?
It's only Saturdays and Sundays,
Mhm.
and it's 2 weekends in a row. So
Okay.
October 23rd and then the 29th and the 30th.
Yeah, 29th and 30th. So
30th and the 31st.
30th,
31st and 31st.
So a Halloween show. What on the 31st? What time does it start? On Sundays. Sorry.
I think it's 1 and 4. Yeah,
All
it's one.
four.
Both
All-
Saturday and Sunday. It's at 1 and 4.
So it's 2 shows each day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do they get tickets?
Go to RaleighLittleTheater.org.
Put on the spot there. Okay. Saturday, Sunday, 2 shows a day. Guys, please go see this. This is, I think there's more of this on the stage. So
With lots of
definitely-
props.
Yes, with lots of props. So go see this, guys. Thank you, and we'll see you next time for another edition of Previews. Say bye.
Bye.